chicken tikka madras. Well, not really madras, just a hot curry, because I don't have them that lot anymore. So what we're doing is we're starting off by frying a few onions, either one big large onion or a couple of medium-sized onions, and we just start to gently fry them off to get a nice golden colour. And into that we add a little bit of garlic. Don't worry too much about chopping it too fine, because it's all going to be blended later. So we get them frying up like that. What we need to do to help this is add a little bit of salt to it. Not too much, probably about that much. Just sprinkle that in. Helps get the moisture out of the onions. And a little bit of sugar as well, because we want them to caramelise and get a nice sort of sweet texture to them. So we've got to keep turning those around until they get a nice golden colour. Okay, so they're browning off nicely. We don't want too brown. You don't want to burn them, otherwise you get a bitter taste. So when they get to about that stage, that's when we need to put the spices in. So in here we've got some paprika, some just commercial curry powder, but make sure it's really mild. Don't buy the hot stuff, it just ruins your dish. Coriander and cumin and a little pinch of tandoori spice. So we're adding that now to the garlic and the onions that we've sautéed. So in that goes. Just stir that in gently. And if you feel that the spices are sticking or drying out too much, it's okay just to add a little bit of water, but make sure you've got it on a low heat while you're doing it. Don't worry too much, because they are going to cook out when we add them to the sauce. A little bit of water just to get that going. So we're just getting that all stirred in, and that's starting to smell pretty amazing. So we're going to add this now to this pan here, which is basically our call it onion gravy or curry gravy in the Indian restaurants. That's what we're making here. That's got a couple of small onions in it, red pepper, yellow pepper, and my secret ingredient, a little bit of butternut squash, which gives it a nice smooth flavour when you've blended it. So into there goes this, all the onions, get all that flavour off the back. So that's been cooking for about half an hour now, and as you can see that's nicely cooked down. And what we've got to do now is we need to blend it into a smooth gravy, a smooth sauce. So here we go. Just make sure you don't splash it everywhere like I do sometimes. So that needs to be a really smooth consistency. It needs to be like that really. And that's what gives you your base for your curry sauce. That's your curry gravy. All done and ready to be made into Madras curry sauce. Okay, so now we're ready to turn this into a nice spicy Madras sauce. So what we've got to do is we've got to gently fry the spices up. So first of all, in here, what I've done is I've pureed some garlic and ginger, just bashed it down to get a nice paste like that. So that's garlic and ginger paste. So into this oil we're going to put this now, and you might think, whoa, there's a lot of garlic there and a lot of garlic and ginger paste. It's about 2 to 1, 2 garlic, 1 ginger. But garlic and onions and ginger and a bit of salt is what really gives it that authentic curry taste that you would get from your Indian takeaway or your Indian restaurant. So this is how they're made, guys. When you fire your order into the takeaway, this is what goes on in the back. So have a go at it. You might be good at it, you never know. Maybe able to cut down on the takeaways and start doing this. Because it's really easy. It's just curry gravy, which is vegetable gravy that tastes like curry. A bit of garlic and onions in it. And then it's garlic and ginger, like this. One of the things that you've got to do is make sure you don't burn it. You've got to do it on a gentle heat. So into that we need to put some salt. Salt's important. That's what gives the big portion of the taste with the garlic and ginger. When you can see it start to a nice golden colour like that, this is when we add the spices in again. So a little bit more teaspoon of curry powder, mild curry powder. Make sure it's not hot. A little bit of tandoori masala powder. A little bit of cumin or jeera as it's called. And we just mix those in slowly. Now if it starts to stick and burn a bit, you can add a tiny amount of water. You just get that all coated. Then what we do is we fire that up, a high heat on it. We put a little bit of the curry gravy. Watch that go. That smells amazing. That is. Wish you could have smell-o-vision. You want to jump right in here and taste this. That is the business. Now, because we're making a madras dish, which tends to be on the tomatoey side, particularly if you're up north, you've got to be really tomatoey, we put this much tomato puree in. And you could add this to taste. In this house, we like them really tomatoey. But it's important to add it at this stage, because if you just add it later, it'll have a very tangy taste to it. It won't, it won't have that smooth tomatoey taste. So we fry that in like that, and get a nice thick paste going like that. And then this says hot chili powder from Tesco's, but flipping heck, you'd need all that to make it hot. It's not that hot, which is why I like it, because you can just you know, it doesn't spoil your dish if you put too much of it in. So I'd say just half a teaspoon and see how you go with it. Some like it hot. I can't take it anymore. I used to do vindaloos when I was young and clueless. Now I'm in my 30s, I can't take it anymore. Now look at that, isn't that the business? This is the magic, this is where it all comes together. And you look at that and you can see that we're building a typical Indian restaurant style curry sauce. And if I'd used too much oil, it would be swimming in oil, which I don't like them that way anymore. In the meantime, what I've been doing is I've been soaking some rice in here. So this has been soaking probably for about half an hour. It's 1 cup of rice, and then it's 1 3/4 cups of water. Some people say 2 to 1, but it's not quite 2 to 1. If you do it 2 to 1, it'd be a little bit soggy. So in the rice, I've added some bits and bobs to make it like pillar rice. You know, it's a healthy version of pillar rice. So it's got bay leaves, it's got cinnamon bark, star anise, a few little cumin seeds and onion seeds. It's got a little pinch of salt in there. So we need to sort of let that simmer very gently till the water's evaporated and there's no more water left, and then we turn it out and we just leave it for a bit. Now, what we can do now is we're going to do one last thing before we add it to the rest of the gravy, and then we've got a big pan of lovely curry sauce. So this one here is garam masala. And we just need about, we don't put this in early because this is a mixture and a blend of spices that you don't really want to fry. You just want to put those in near to the end just to lift the taste of it and give it that authentic taste. So we just mix those in now. How good does that look? Beautiful. So, I'm going to put that into here. So there we go. So now it's time for the chicken tikka. So here we have some chicken breast that has been marinated in the fridge overnight. So it's marinated in some lemon juice, some garlic puree, salt, tandoori masala spice, cumin, a little bit, curry powder, paprika, okay, and then my secret ingredient, which makes it authentic, so the nearest you can get to the Indian restaurant taste of that smoked tandoor flavour, is to put in a little bit of smoked paprika. So I put that into the marinade. I just put a little bit on there just to show you. So that's all in there, and then these two griddles, I need two because I've got that much chicken. So these two have been heated up, so they're piping hot. As you can see, a bit of spray oil on, get some sizzling. What we need to do then is just basically load this chicken onto these skillets like this. So they're all on there, fired away. Little bit of spray oil on the top, like that. Just gives them that nice, just come out of a tandoori oven sort of situation. So these go into preheated oven. This is about, not between, about 175, something like that. Look how lovely and clean it is. Because if I was filming this, I decided I'd have to clean it out. Otherwise somebody might pick me up on it on the video. Couldn't get Linz to do it, so I had to do it myself. What liberty. Anyway, it's in. So we'll keep our eye on that. It's about that long and it should be ready. So it's looking like the tikka's ready now. Ooh. Ooh, that smells nice. Get that sandal. Get a load of that. So this is the tikka. Ooh. That's hot and smoky, that is. That smells amazing. So we've got to have a little taste. So what we do is we just we take that. So before we serve it with the curry, slice it into pieces like that. And I love tasting this just when it's come out of the oven. It is like, wow. I'm guessing you want a piece. Good?
Yeah.
Spot on. So the rice is done now. It's just been left to rest for a minute. So what we've got to do is just lift these bay leaves and cinnamon, cardamom. Just lift those out before we mix it up. I've just put a little bit of yellow food colouring in there, a little stripe of it. That's just for authenticity. Make it pleasing on the eye when you mix it in. Look, looks like nice, beautiful Pilau rice, which we're just about to serve up. So there we go, Pilau rice, homemade chicken tikka, and all we need to do now is just add a little bit of that sauce to just turn it into nearly a chicken madras, but certainly a chicken tikka curry. Looks delicious. Enjoy. Eat up.